Hello guys, welcome to Ideal Bibliotheca. I'm saying welcome today instead of welcome back because it's been really long that we have met. But I really wanted to confess that yes, things weren't that easy to just, come up and upload and be with you people. But yes, eventually things have been solved out and IB will be back doing their stuff and everything. And I hope that you missed IB. I hope IB had been helpful, and again it will be. Today this video is about that we are gonna discuss over the paper that this year was and how things were. I don't know how many of you attempted, but if it helps, even I gave this paper irrespective of the fact that I wasn't prepared for this, because if you'd seen the strategies that we were following, that was the main strategy, and then things really couldn't be figured out and I did not have time to sit and study for the prelims paper, like in prelims perspective. So accordingly things weren't that good, but that's fine, that's okay, because at the end experience is more important. So I have solved this paper for you people and we'll discuss all the answers just today, so that if you have attempted, you know how and in what ways you could have got wrong. And in people who haven't attempted, for them these questions can be helpful in how things are faced and how things are framed. And accordingly, if this video is not that long, we'll discuss right in this video what were the mistakes and how could eventually 2022 be better off. So let's begin with the paper. The first question, this is a D series. So the first question for me was, water can dissolve more substances than any other liquid because it is dipolar, good conductor, high value of specific heat and oxide of hydrogen. As easy as a class 6 student, but as tough as not a UPSC student. So the correct answer for this is A, it is dipolar in nature. I'm cancelling it out, but the correct answer is it is dipolar in nature. The second was over with reference to street lighting. How do sodium lamps differ from LED lamps? They produce light in 360 degrees, but it is not so in the case of LED lamps. As street lights, sodium lamps have longer lifespan than LED lamps. So now you know when you're studying schemes or anything, just remember these facts like longer or higher or greater and things like that, because what if while studying, if you had it as LED lamps have longer lifespan than sodium lamps, and here the question is asking the vice versa. So, and yes, this was correct. This actually is a wrong statement, so accordingly things have to be figured out. And the spectrum of visible light from sodium lamps is almost monochromatic, while LED lamps offer significant color advantages in street lighting. So the correct answer here that the sources are saying is 1 and 3. Even I haven't figured it out because I did not even attempt this in the paper, because I hadn't read about this, so I had no clue about it and I could not take this much of a risk. The term ACE2 is talked about in the context of, this was a coronavirus paper, I would say, because the ACE2 was actually the talk of the spread of viral diseases. But yes, I did attempt and I did a wrong one, and my logic was very, very pathetic, because it was like, if it had been viral have been in news. So I thought that this is not something that I would have studied or missed out. And this, I thought that no, maybe because genetically modified plants are there. So, mostly in science and tech, it's not there. And then development of India's own satellite, it won't be there. So I did this because this was something that felt to me very strange and indifferent, and this was also a little bit that. So I went with this, but this answer is wrong for me because the correct answer is spread of viral diseases. Then the fourth question is, bisphenol A, BPA, or cause of concern is a structural or key component in the manufacture of which of the following kinds of plastics? The correct answer is polycarbonate, and I did not attempt this question because I knew that I did not know about this. Triclosan, considered harmful when exposed to high levels for a long time, is most likely present in which of the following? Again, the correct answer is fruit ripening substances, but there have been doubts regarding toiletries also. So right now we are going with fruit ripening substances. Even I did not attempt this question because I did not know about this. Which one of the following is the reason why astronomical distances are measured in light years? Distances among stellar bodies do not change, gravity does not change, light always travels in a straight line is the correct answer. And the concept behind this is also nice, that light generally travels in a straight line. If it would have been changing or things would have been figuring out this way, then the speed wouldn't have been measured, because it might vary from place to place. But since this is straight, that is why speed is measured in light years, so that it is easy this way to be measured, and that is why light always travels in a straight line. This was a little conceptual based also, if you did not know about the answer. So yeah, I even also got this correct. Next is, we adopted parliamentary democracy based on this was pathetic. Like, I got this correct, but then this was pathetic because I had to think, and even then I just, it was like the tuckified answer. We adopted parliamentary democracy, and see, polity is something that we have been studying like since long. So yes, as regards legislation, the British Parliament is supreme or sovereign, but in India, the power of the Parliament to legislate is limited. Here, I knew the second part is correct, but now I just wanted to see whether UPSC is not twisting it this way, that British Parliament is supreme or sovereign. Like, maybe there also there are restrictions, but then then what would be the difference between India? So I took the statement as correct. And in India, matters related to the constitutionality of the amendment of an act of the Parliament are referred to the Constitution Bench by the Supreme Court. So this also I was having a doubt, because why? But then with all the cases coming up and everything, I took this as correct. So this was a big doubt for me, but then I took this as correct, and the correct answer is actually both 1 and 2. So this is not an answer that I was sure of. This is an answer that I was doubtful of. And the whole point is that if I was doubtful about this, what is the point of studying, polity this better? Then we come to, with reference to union government, consider the following. Again, a polity question, but this I did not know the answer of. N. Gopalaswamy, a younger committee, suggested that a minister and a secretary be designated solely for pursuing the subject of administrative reform and performing it. In 1970, the Department of Personnel was constituted on the recommendation of the Administrative Reforms Commission 966, and this was placed under the Prime Minister's charge. The correct answer is both 1 and 2. Right to privacy is protected under which article of the Constitution? This I don't think that anybody would have got wrong. This is Article 21. We have also discussed this in Ideal Bibliotheca videos. Consider the following statements. In India, there is no law. This was pathetic. But fine, I tuckified the answer and I got this also correct. In India, there is no law restricting the candidates from contesting in one Lok Sabha election from 3 constituencies. In 1991 Lok Sabha election, Shri Devi Lal contested from 3 Lok Sabha constituencies. As per the existing rules, if a candidate contests in one Lok Sabha election from many constituencies, his or her party should bear the cost of by-elections to the constituencies vacated by him or her in the event of him or her winning in all the constituencies. The only correct answer is 2. I mean, it is only 2 only, and luckily I got this one also correct. But this is all luck, guys. Like, for me, these 2 questions were solely luck. Okay. Next is, the vegetation of savanna consists of grassland with scattered small trees, but extensive areas have no trees. The forest development in such areas is generally kept in check by one or more a combination of some conditions. Which of these following are such conditions? And trust me, this was a very, very simple but a ghomified question. And accordingly, the burrowing animals, fire, grazing herbivores, seasonal rainfall, soil properties. The correct answer here is 2, 3 and 4. But I went with 1, 3 and 5 because at that point of time, my thought was that if they are asking for, we are keeping, like the forest development in such areas is kept in check. So to me, it was like that they are keeping it in check. So that has to be a man-made thing. So I did not go with seasonal rainfall. I thought that how can that be possible? But then things weren't that way. Things were how can they be kept in check? And seasonal rainfall is a way that they are kept in check. So yes, the correct answer is 2, 3 and 4. But to me, the correct answer was 1, 3 and 5. But it's okay. So this answer got wrong for me. With reference to the water on the planet Earth, consider the following statements. The amount of water in the rivers and lakes is more than the amount of groundwater. The amount of water in a polar ice cap and glaciers is more than the amount of groundwater. So this answer goes wrong. And this answer goes correct because amount of water in polar ice caps and glaciers is more than the amount of groundwater. Yes. So the correct answer is B2 only. And this also I got it correct. Consider the following statements. Moringa drumstick tree is a leguminous evergreen tree. I did not attempt this question because to me it was a very, very difficult question because I wasn't done with my geography and I just went to give the exam with all just the mapping and everything because I wanted to take the paper. Moringa is a leguminous evergreen tree. Tamarind tree is endemic to South Asia and India. Most of the tamarind is collected as minor forest produce. India exports tamarind and seeds of moringa, and seeds of moringa and tamarind can be used in the production of biofuels. I did not attempt this question, but the sources say that the correct answer is 3, 4 and 5. Next we have the black cotton soil. You won't believe this, guys. I told you that I did not go with the geography thing, but still I got this answer correct because the black cotton soil of India has been formed due to the weathering of. I attempted it as fissure volcanic rock. Why? I'll tell you. Because see, granite, as we have studied, and these are some very basics that I could figure out eventually, that granite is something that we studied, that this is a sedimentary thing, like a transformed thing from the heat and everything, and even that is of the shale and the limestone. So I don't know, it did not seem correct to me at that point of time. And brown forest soil is something that we haven't even heard that much of legend that they are connected with black cotton soil somewhere. So I wasn't sure of the answer, but I knew that this is gonna be the answer, so I took this and this got correct. So 14B is the answer. Then when we move into the next question, with reference to recent developments regarding recombinant vector vaccines, consider the following consider the following statements. Genetic engineering is applied in the development of these vaccines. Bacteria and viruses are used as vectors. Again, I did not know this answer. I had no clue about this answer, but I went with both 1 and 2. And I would tell you why, because in all the small tricks and tips in solving the paper, there was one trick that I heard of, that if you do not know the answer and if it's of science and tech, most of the time the answer would be both correct. Not every time, but the whole point is that if you do not know about this answer, better than going with something than not going with anything, especially when you can think of this answer being correct. So I went with 15 and the answer got correct. C is the correct answer for me also and for the UPSC also. In the context of hereditary diseases, consider the following statement. Passing on mitochondrial diseases from parent to child can be prevented by mitochondrial replacement therapy, either before this or this. A child inherits mitochondrial diseases entirely from mother and not from father. This again got wrong for me, but the correct answer is both 1 and 2. Why this got wrong for me was that I thought that this is completely, a very extreme thing that they're asking, entirely from mother and not from father. So I took it just as 1 only, but even second was correct. And sometimes those very minimal times when these things get correct is the time that it got. So yeah, this answer got wrong for me. Bolgard 1 and Bolgard 2 technologies are mentioned in the context of. So again here the correct answer is developing genetically modified crop plants, but I did not attempt this question because I had no answer to this. In a pressure cooker, the temperature at which the food is cooked depends mainly upon which of the following. This was a little easy question if you had a gist over science. To me, since I did not have a gist over science, I took a little time to read and understand and decide on which has to be the answer. But the correct answer is area is correct and temperature is correct, weight is not correct. So the correct answer is 1 and 2 only, A. Then you have consider the following: bacteria, fungi, virus. Which of the above can be cultured in artificial or synthetic medium? Again, this was to me a science and tech question. So again, I told you just like here that I took this as an assumption, but here it got wrong because I took it as 1, 2 and 3, but the correct answer was only 1 and 2. So this basically wasn't a science and tech question. This was an environment question. But that point of time, it did not cross my mind. So I got this answer wrong. So 1 and 2 is the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Adenovirus have single-stranded DNA genomes, whereas retroviruses have double-stranded DNA genomes. Common cold is sometimes caused by an adenovirus, whereas AIDS is caused by a retrovirus. I have taken this as the correct answer 2 because with the sources going on, but I did not attempt this question because I had no clue about this and I don't want to take an assumption. Next, we come to question 21. Right to the city is an agreed human right and UN Habitat monitors the commitments made by each country in this regard. Right to city gives every occupant of the city the right to reclaim public spaces and public participation. And right to city means that the state cannot deny any public service or facility to the unauthorized colonies in the city. Okay, to me, I took this answer as just 1 only, but the correct answer is 3 only. And why I took this as answer was, there is another trick that you can figure out, that if you do not know about the answer, the extreme words that you can just cross them out, because most of the time the chances of these extreme words have to be wrong. So just because I did not know this answer, no clue about this, but then attempts were too less to, just keep the paper going. So like, if I'm going down this way, let's go down that way also. So yeah, 21 I attempted as A, but then the correct answer is B. Then we have, with reference to India, consider the following statement. Judicial custody means an accused is in the custody of the concerned magistrate, and such accused is locked up in police station, not in jail. During judicial custody, the police officer in charge of the case is not allowed to interrogate the suspect without the approval of the court. So here, see, here I told you that I took this as extreme word and extreme word, so I did not go with this, but the correct answer was 3 only. But here it served me right, because to be very honest, guys, the last moment I did not revise with the judicial activism and everything, because I thought that I have a hand into this of what to do and what not to do. And trust me, this paper wasn't about that if you know Lakshmikant, you know polity. So judicial custody means an accused is in the custody. What made me mark this as wrong was that is locked up in police station, not in jail. So first was this that marked me wrong, that why not, and everything like that. And the second I got this is correct, and the first one I also had this in my mind, that the magistrate can take in, but why would they be not locked up in jail or anything? The whole point is that this was a little extreme for me, so I took this as wrong and took this as right, and that is the correct answer. That is 2 only. With reference to India, consider the following statement. When a prisoner makes out a sufficient case, parole cannot be denied to such person because it becomes a matter of his or her right, and state governments have their own prisoners release on parole rules. See, this to me was a very progressive statement, because state governments have to have their own prisoners release on parole rules, and moreover, all this society, well-being and everything is in the state subject. So I took this as correct. I knew it there and then, but my doubt was with this. Now again, why I took this as wrong was that, see, it cannot be denied and it becomes a matter of his or her right. So the whole point is, why cannot it be denied? What if it's a very, very big criminal, and just because it got a payroll for some proof and everything, that simply doesn't mean that it cannot be denied. And everything, I thought about this, and accordingly just 2 and only 2 is the right answer. At the national level, which ministry is the nodal agency to ensure effective implementation of the Scheduled Tribes and other traditional forest dwellers Forest Rights Act 2006? Very easy question, very easy answer. Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Short answer. A legislation which confers on the executive or administrative authority an unguided and uncontrolled discretionary power in the matter of application of law violates which of the... See, this also was a very, very easy answer, and this I attempted in the first 2 only without even thinking of whether it's correct or not. Because see, a legislation, if it confers on the executive unlimited power, uncontrolled power, that the executive can do anything, what does that mean? That means that now executive can do anything and it won't be enforceable for that, right? So if now people are being tortured here, they can't go to Supreme Court to complain, because executive has this power to torture them. So Article 14 is just with right to equality. Article 44 though will not be here because it is about UCC. Article 28 is also, I guess, a religious thing only. So Article 32 was the correct answer, because now if people can't go to Supreme Court, this will be the right that would be, mutilated the most and hampered the most. Next we have, which one of the following in Indian polity is an essential feature that indicates that it is federal in character? This I had a doubt of, because I felt that union legislature has elected representative from constituent units. So I marked this, but then the sources are saying the independence of judiciary is safeguarded, but I don't know, I do not have an explanation to this. I still feel that this is correct, because they have people from their constituent units and states. That is only what is marking that federal in character. But this can also be possible. So the correct answer, the sources that are saying, are 26A. Next, which one of the following best defines the term state? Okay, this I became furious when I saw the answer. I saw a lot of videos for this. So there was one video that was, I don't remember which channel. So what they were mentioning is, when we look at Article 12, the fundamental right where they define state, there they define state as all the government, president, prime minister, and everybody, like all the government people thing, right? So what he said as the answer was the politically organized people of a definite territory and possessing an authority to govern them, maintain law and order, protect. And I got furious. I was like, no, this can't be possible. How can this be possible? So I went into other videos to just look into the right answer, and the right answer is this, because yes, this is the only answer that makes, the apt explanation of the state. And if you also want to read, I'm pausing, you can pause this video, look into this, and realize which one is the right answer for you too. With reference to Indian judiciary, consider the following statements. Any retired judge of the Supreme Court of India can be called back to sit and act as a Supreme Court judge by the Chief Justice of India with prior permission of the President of India. To be honest, at first this took me as doubt, because like I told you, I had did not revise these things like the judiciary and everything. So for me, the problem was with prior permission or President's permission is not required. And this took me as doubt, but the second I knew that this is correct. So yeah, I took this as a wild guess and I marked both 1 and 2, and this is only correct answer. With reference to India, consider the following statements. There is only one citizenship and one domicile. A citizen by birth can... This was very easy. See, there is only one citizenship but not one domicile. If you haven't even studied, right? A citizen by birth only can become the head of the state. This was mentioned in the first page of citizenship only, that in US, it is the citizen by birth only who can become the president, but in India, it is also the naturalized citizens. And a foreigner, once granted the citizenship, cannot be deprived of it under any circumstances. In the first, this was very direct. And secondly, even if you do not remember about this, you can think of under any circumstances. It is written any. And do you think that this is a progressive statement if this is written any here? Because just imagine yourself, if a foreigner comes and starts thinking of killing people or murdering people or robbery, why will that citizenship not be denied? So under any circumstances is too extreme to be thought about. So the correct answer is only 2, only B. So this was a very direct, very there is only one citizenship and one domicile. This was wrong answer. This was the wrong answer. Sorry guys, I just took this as a confusion thing. See, there is only one citizenship and one domicile. Why again? Because in India it is said that India is a union of states. Okay, I'm not going into the explanation right now because citizenship has already been covered, and right now when I'm making this video, I'm as it is very depressed with the things that have been happening, and moreover with all this paper coming up. So let's not get into this. The correct answer is 1 only here. I'm so sorry with this one. And there is only one citizenship and one domicile is the right answer. Which one of the following factors constitutes the best safeguard of liberty in a liberal democracy? This was also easy. Why? Because separation of powers doesn't matter with this. And to be very honest guys, at first I wasn't understanding what is the concept that they are saying or anything like that. Then I went to the Hindi version of this, because most of the time a Hindi language can also bring you better things. So here it was written, निम्नलिखित में कौन सा कारक किसी उदार लोकतंत्र में स्वतंत्रता की सर्वोत्तम सुरक्षा को नियत करता है? So here it was just liberty. So I was just thinking of liberty of expression, faith, belief, and how would this fit in. But when I read here in the हिंदी पार्ट, किसी उदार लोकतंत्र में स्वतंत्रता की सर्वोत्तम सुरक्षा को नियत करता है, that is when I realized that it is talking about the independence, right? So even if there is see, now you can just imply elimination method, or you can just imply very conceptual methods. We have a committed judiciary, but then there is independent judiciary in other countries also, and they're still living it, right? So this answer becomes wrong. Centralization of powers, there are countries which moves with decentralization and still they are free. So this is also wrong. But elected government is necessary, because if there is no elected government, there will be monarchy, monopoly, and there will be no freedom for people, right? So C is the correct answer. Next we move on to how is permaculture farming different from conventional chemical farming. It discourages monocultural practices, but in conventional chemical farming, monocultural practices are predominant. Conventional chemical farming can cause increase in soil salinity, but the occurrence of such phenomenon is not observed in permaculture farming. Conventional chemical farming is easily possible in semi-arid regions, but permaculture farming is not so easily possible in such regions, and practice of mulching is very important in permaculture farming but not necessarily so in conventional chemical farming. The correct answer is B, 1, 2 and 4, and I did not attempt this question. With reference to palm oil, consider the following statements. The palm oil tree is native to the Southeast Asia. The new palm oil is a raw material for some industries producing lipstick and perfumes. And the palm oil can be used to produce biodiesel. The correct answer is just B, 2 and 3 only. With reference to India, this was pathetic because like I said, I wasn't thorough with my geography when I went to give this exam, but now this reminds me the first thing that you're going to do is geography and environment and science and tech before moving again to polity or history, because history was pathetic this year, especially when you know that you have given history a little bit of time, at least more than the geography and other places. With reference to Indus river system, of the following 4 rivers, 3 of them pour into one of them which joins the Indus direct. Among the following, which one is such river that joins the Indus direct? The correct answer is Satluj. With reference to India, Didwana, Kuchaman, Sargol and Khatu are the names of. The correct answer is saline lakes. Consider the following rivers: Brahmani, Nagavali, Subarnarekha, Vamsadhara. Which of the above rise from the eastern Ghats? The correct answer is 2 and 4. And this also I did not attempt because geography I wasn't that sure with. Next is the Global Ocean Commission grants licenses for seabed exploration and mining in international waters. India has received licenses for seabed mineral exploration in international waters, and rare earth minerals are present on seafloor in international waters. The correct answer is 2 and 3 only. Among the following, which one is the least water efficient crop? And this I am guessing a lot of people like me would have got it wrong, because we attempted as pearl millet or bajra, because it is asking which one is the least water efficient crop, right? So most of the students like me would have thought that it is least water efficient, that is who requires the least water, but it is least water efficient, so which requires the most water. And I don't know, this was something that sources said, but I think if we'll go through geography we'll get to know. So sugarcane is the correct answer here, and I got this wrong. Consider the following statements. In the tropical zone, the western sections of the oceans are warmer than the eastern sections owing to the influence of trade winds. In the temperate zone, westerlies make the eastern sections of oceans warmer than the western sections. Only these questions are somewhere where geography made me proud of. The correct answer is both 1 and 2. In the context of India's preparation for climate smart agriculture, consider the following statements. The climate smart village approach in India is a part of a project led by the Climate Change, Agriculture and Food Security and International Research Program. Project of CCAFS is carried out under Consultative Group on International Agricultural Research headquartered in France, and International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Topics in India is one of the CGIAR's research center. The correct answer is D, 1, 2 and 3 only. Leaf litter decomposes faster than in any other biome, and as a result the soil surface is often almost bare. Apart from trees, the vegetation is largely composed to plant forms that reach up into the canopy vicariously by climbing the trees or growing as epiphytes rooted on the upper branches of trees. This is the most likely description of. This was enough, and this was enough to mark this. Tropical rainforest is the correct answer. Under the Indian Constitution, concentration of wealth violates. Now, this was something that you had to see. If you looked at it from economy perspective, most of the time, what do we say? Inequality. So, from economics perspective, concentration of wealth looks like, people who are unequal, when the society is unequal, it is like concentration of wealth at one place. But no, this is not right to equality. You have to look at it from, polity's perspective, and when you go through DPSP Article 39, you'll find that they've given here concentration of wealth is not something that they are going to follow and everything. So if there is, it violates the directive principles of state policy. So the correct answer is B. What is the portion of the right to property in India? Legal right available to any person is the correct answer, because it was a fundamental right under Article 31, but then we have discussed about this in our polity fundamental right video, that yes, it was in Article 31, but now it became a legal right under 300A. So this was an easy answer. What was the exact constitutional status of India on 26 January 1950? This also, guys, this was very easy, because see, in preamble you will find sovereign also, democratic also. This was something that was wrong, right? And now if you see, we have also studied in our preamble video that secular, socialist and integrity was added later. So at this time in 1950, it was only B that would have been correct, and this was also a very short answer. Constitutional government means a very easy answer, a government limited by the terms of the constitution. With reference to India, the terms Halbi, Ho and Kui pertain to, the correct answer is tribal languages. Consider the following statements in respect of Bharat Ratna and Padma Awards. Bharat Ratna and Padma are titles under the Article 18(1) of the Constitution. Padma Awards, which were instituted in the year 1950, were suspended only once, and the number of Bharat Ratna Awards is restricted to a maximum to 5 in a particular year. Now, this guy, see, the first thing I should have gone with this also, that it is written only once, but no, this statement was correct, so this was correct. And second, the number is restricted to a maximum of 5 in a particular year is correct. But why this statement was wrong for me is that Article 18 says abolition of titles, right? But then I knew that yes, it is stated that yes, it is a title that is awarded, but it cannot be used in front of the name. So this was a confusion, but then I had to attempt this because the attempts were too low. So I went with 2 and 3, but the correct answer is 1 and 2 only. So the statement got wrong for me. Next, we have consider the following statements. There is statement 1 and there is statement 2, and then they are asking which one of the following is correct in respect of the both statements. And the actual correct answer is that no, statement 1 is also not correct, but statement 2 is correct. So they are talking about the UNCDF have recently organized Hyderabad as 2020 City World and everything like that. Next, we have considered the following. This was pathetic because sports is something that UPSC never asks. So now you have to start reading these things also. So, with respect to Laureus World Sports Award, American golfer Tiger Woods are the first winner of this award. The award was received mostly by Formula 1 players so far. Roger Federer received this award maximum number of times compared to others. The correct answer is 1 and 3 only. Again, this was a 32nd Summer Olympics question and the correct answer is just 2 only. And consider the following statements in respect of the ICC World Test Championship. The correct answer is D, neither 1 nor 2. So this page was really bad for me and a very unlucky page for me. So next is the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India is appointed by the central government. Certain provisions in the Constitution of India give the central government the right to issue directions to the RBI in public interest, and the Governor of the RBI draws the power from the RBI Act. The correct answer is 1 and 3C. With reference to casual workers employed in India, consider the following statements. All casual workers are entitled for Employees Provident Fund coverage. All casual workers are entitled for regular working hours, and the government can by a notification specify that establishment or industry shall pay wages only through its bank account. Now you will not believe the amount of confidence that I took for this answer, because see, here it was an extreme word for me. So if it would have been just in this and not in this, I would have taken this as a wrong statement for the elimination method to continue. But then it was here also, it was here also, and it was here also. So accordingly, I took all 3 correct because mostly these statements are correct. So yes, the correct answer is the 1, 2 and 3. Which among the following steps is most likely to be taken at the time of economic recession? This is also correct, that yes, B is the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Other things remaining unchanged, market demand. Economy was too good to be true. Too good to be true. I got all economics answers correct, and that is the confidence that I'm having in economics right now. Other things remaining unchanged, market demand for a good might increase if price of its substitute increases and its price falls. This is the correct answer, and I got this correct. Next, what we have is with reference to urban cooperative banks in India, supervised and regulated by local boards, issue equity shares and preference shares, and they were brought under the purview of the banking regulations through an amendment in 1996. The first statement is wrong, and the correct answer is 2 and 3 only. The Indian government bond deals are influenced by which of the following? Actions of the United Federal Reserve, actions of the RBI, and inflation and short-term. At mostly these times, the bonds are generally affected by all 3, because even if the value changes, the bond will be affected. So I marked 1, 2 and 3, and yes, that is correct. Consider the following: foreign currency, convertible bonds, foreign institutional investment with certain conditions, global depository deposits, and non-resident external deposits. This was a very easy question, because at the end, foreign direct investments are what? People who are investing in India, right? And non-resident external deposits are what? People from India who went outside and earning them. So they are not investing in India. They are in income to India. They are bringing income to India. So these 3 are correct. Consider the following. The effect of devaluation of a currency is that it necessarily it is just one only, because it improves the competitiveness of the domestic markets, but it doesn't. And see, it would have been 2 and 3 also, or anything and 3 would have been correct had this not been there, because necessarily is again a very, very extreme word that can be there. Next, what we have is, which one of the following effects of creation of black money in India has been the main cause of worry to the government of India? The correct answer is loss of revenue to the state exchequer due to tax evasion, and this one was also a very, very easy and a prominent answer. Which one of the following is likely to be the most inflationary in its effects? And creation of new money to finance a budget deficit. Had UPSC been asking these questions? Which one of the following is used in preparing a natural mosquito repellent? The correct answer is lemongrass. I had no clue about this. Consider the following kinds of organisms: copepods, cyanobacteria, diatoms, foraminifera. The correct answer is 2 and 3. Consider the following statements: hedgehog, marmot, pangolin. This was completely tukka for me, guys, but then I got it correct. So yeah, 1 and 3 is the correct answer. Next, with reference to the New York Declaration on Forests, which of the following statements are correct? First, endorsed at United Nations Climate Summit, endorses a global timeline, legally binding, and endorsed by the government, big companies, and indigenous communities, and India was one of the signatories at its inception. To be honest, 5 sounded really wrong for me, because if it would have been a signatory, we would have been reading about this and everything. So if I excluded 5, it was like 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 4. So I had to think whether and decide everything. So chances for 3 again was wrong, because if it was legally binding, people would have followed it. But no, most of the things are not legally binding, and if they are never regarding climate summit and everything. So I chalked out this. I took 1, 2 and 4, and this got correct. So 1, 2 and 4 is the correct answer. Then we have magnetite particles suspected to cause neurodegenerative problems or generators and environment pollutants, and the correct answer is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and I also took this. Which one of the following is a filter feeder? Okay, this answer I googled and I got this as oyster, but I went for catfish. Catfish is also a filter feeder, but Google is very, prominent with this answer. So I think oyster is the right answer. In case of which one of the following biogeochemical cycles, the weathering of rocks is the main source of release of nutrient to enter the cycle? Phosphorus. Which of the following are detritivores? Earthworms, jellyfish, millipedes, seahorse, woodlice. The correct answer is 1, 3 and 5. Then the common carbon metric supported by UNEP has been developed for, see, I'll tell you why I got this answer correct, and that's a very, very big story. See, assessing the overall carbon footprint caused by the use of fossil fuels by the world in a unit time. Why would something be developed to just, get something about it for just one, unit time? So this got wrong for me. Then again, enabling governments to assess the overall carbon footprint caused by their countries. This could also be possibly an answer, and this could also be possibly an answer. But, when I went through this, after coming to this, I went through the Hindi version. Okay, so here it's saying कार्बन उत्सर्जन व्यापार में विश्व भर की वाणिज्यिक कृषि संस्थाओं के प्रवेश हेतु अधिकार देने के लिए. When I went with अधिकार देने के लिए, I was like, who the hell is this body to give powers or things to the government of those countries? So this got wrong, and I went with this. No, I wasn't sure about this answer, but then this became prominent, and yes, this is the correct answer. So A is correct. Which of the following has species that can establish symbiotic relationship with other organisms? I went with 1, 2 and 3 because I told you mostly with these questions I go with that. So the first question, the second one did get wrong, but then this was correct. The money multiplier in an economy increases which of the following without any doubt go with increase in the banking habit of the people. With reference to Indian economy, demand full inflation can be caused increased by which of the following? It cannot be inflation indexing, and it cannot be rising interest rates, because once the interest rises, people will stop investing. People will stop taking money out and will stop investing in the market. So when they will stop investing, there won't be demand pull inflation, right? So the correct answer is A, 1, 2 and 4 only. Then with reference to India, consider the following. Retail investors through the Demat account can invest in treasury bills and Government of India debt bonds in primary market, negotiated dealing system. Order matching is a government securities trading platform of the RBI, and Central Depository Services Limited is jointly promoted by Reserve Bank of India and the Bombay Stock Exchange. The correct answer is 1 and 2. With reference to water credit, consider the following statement. It puts microfinance tools to work in the water and sanitation sector. A global initiative launched under the aegis of World Health Organization and World Bank. It aims to enable the poor people to meet their water needs without depending on subsidies. The correct answer is 1 and 3 only. Next, in India, the central bank's function as a lender of last resort usually refers to which of the following? And this is still a doubt, because lending to trade and industry bodies when they fail to borrow from other sources and providing liquidity to the banks having a temporary crisis. This is something that they don't do, and lending to governments to finance. So this was a doubt for me, so I really don't know which to go with. So if you have a prominent answer, if you have figured it out from some sources, do comment it down. 76. R2 Code of Practices constituted a tool available for promoting the adoption of. The correct answer would be environmentally responsible practices in electronics recycling industry, because yes, apart from that nothing seemed correct, so I marked this, but I did not know about this, but the correct answer is this. Next is, why is there a concern about copper smelting plants release lethal quantities of carbon monoxide? Copper slag can cause the leaching of some heavy metals and may release sulfur dioxide as a pollutant. I did not know about this answer, but mostly 1, 2 and 3 is the correct answer, so I marked this and this is correct. With reference to furnace oil, consider the following statement. It is a product of oil refineries. Some industries use it to generate power, and use causes sulfur emissions into the environment. Again, I went with all 3 and all 3 are correct. So you see, if I attempted 5 thinking all 3, 4 got correct and 1 got wrong. So again, if 4 got correct, I got 8 marks, and 1 that got wrong with that 2 will take out 2 from mine. What is blue carbon? Without any doubt, mark this. Carbon captured by oceans and coastal ecosystems. In the nature, which of the following are most likely to find surviving on a surface without soil? See, mostly I marked moss was there, mushroom was there, and fern was there. So I marked 1, 3 and 4 because mushrooms are said to be still alive, but then I heard a lot of videos telling lichen also, and accordingly their answer was 2 and 3. But I marked this, and a lot of videos said this also as the correct answer. So if you have it in these 2, or if you're sure about the answer, do comment down. And from here starts the tragedy. With reference to the history of Bhavaguti, Hastimala and Shemeshwara, the correct answer is that they are playwrights. Monday, Chelmsford reforms recommended granting voting rights to all the women above the age of 21. No, because at that point only 10% of the voting rights was given. So this is wrong. And Government of India Act of 935 gave women reserves. No way, because this time also it was just the voting seats that were increased. So neither 1 nor 2 is the correct answer. Then, with reference to 8th August in Indian history, which one of the following statements is correct? AICC is the correct one, and I got this correct. Who among the following is associated with songs from prison? This was the correct answer is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, but I did not know, so I did not attempt this. With reference to medieval India, which one of the following is the correct sequence? The correct answer is Pargana Sarkar Suba. And who among the following is associated as secretary with Hindu Female School, which later came to be known as Bethune Female School? This is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, but I confused it with Annie Besant, that I marked Annie Besant, so this is wrong. I mean, the correct answer is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. In the context of colonial India, Shah Nawaz Khan, Prem Singh, Kumar Sehgal and Gurbakh Singh Dhillon are remembered as. The correct answer is officers of the Indian National Army. To be very honest, guys, at first I did not get this, but then again when I read the Hindi version, it was written there, Azad Hind Fauj, and that reminded me of Subhash Chandra Bose. This did not, but that did, and accordingly I could answer this question. Next that we have is that Nizamat of Arcot emerged out of Hyderabad state, Mysore kingdom emerged out of Vijayanagar empire, and Rohilkhand kingdom was formed out of the territories occupied by the Amar Shah Durrani. 1 and 2 is correct. Which one of the following statements is correct? Ajanta caves lie in the gorge of Waghura river is correct. Consider the following statements. This is declared to be the International Mother Language Day and demanded that only 2 is correct. No, I think neither 1 nor 2 is correct. Initially I thought that 2 is correct, but no, it is neither 1 nor 2. With reference to Chauchat Yogini temple situated near Morena, consider the following statements, and then they are asking which of the following statements given above are correct. It is 1 and 4. Which one of the following Asian towns is well known for its elaborate system of water harvesting and management by building a series of dams and channelizing water into connected rivers? The correct answer is Dholavira. Again, where the factories of the English East India Company located? So the correct answer is 1 only, Bruach. From the decline of Guptas, this was pathetic. until they rise. Like, no doubt, even I wasn't finished with this, because I was done with this part, like the modern India part. I was done with the ancient India a little bit, but this wasn't yet completed with anybody, like not with you guys also and not mine also. So I did not attempt this, but then I heard it from people that this was a pretty tough question. So the correct answer to this is 1, 3, 4 and 6. Then we have, according to Portuguese writer Nuzes, the women in Vijayanagar empires were expert in which of the following areas? I have marked all 4, and there are a lot of sources that are saying 1, 2, 3 and 4. But there is one that is saying it is just 2 and 4, because might be accounting and wrestling is not there, and Indian women might not be there in wrestling. But mostly the answer is 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I have also marked that. So I am going to take this as this only. With reference to Mother Palle of Andhra Pradesh, which one of the following statements is correct? The correct is Rabindranath Tagore translated the national anthem from Bengali to English here. We have Burdaham, Rocket Shrine, Chandraketu Ghar, Terracotta Art, Ganeshwar, copper artifacts, and this, trust me, this is not our level of history. This is optional level of history, but it's okay. If UPSC wants this way, that's fine. 2 and 3 is the correct answer. It was during the reign of Iltutmish that Genghis Khan reached the Indus in pursuit of the fugitive Zarin prince. This is the only correct statement. Then we have St. Francis Xavier, one of the founding members of the Jesuit order, died in Goa, and a church is dedicated to him there and is celebrated in Goa each year. All 3 are correct answers. And this, the correct answer is just 2 only. And this is it with the paper, guys. So I won't say that the paper was a very tough one, but I won't say that it was a very easy one, especially for people who have studied. They would have been able to do it. But yes, what I wanted to show it with from this is that history is not enough if you read it that way. So why waste time in history when you actually can't solve it even after studying? See, eco was something that I did not revise before going, but these are all very basics. Basics like if you have studied eco in 12, you will be able to do it. So this was something to me that yes, economics is something that I would focus on more now, and polity is something that even if I focus, I'd still have doubt with things, because they come up with things from here and there that you actually cannot legit explain. And I did not focus on schemes anywhere, but then it wasn't a big thing for me because schemes this year wasn't there. And geography is something that you have to focus on, and science and tech also. So this was it with the video, guys. I hope you liked the initiative, and now IB would be regular, because anything that comes up in the middle now will have to get along, because now we cannot just leave out, and it is 2022 that we need to target. So yes, IB would be back in everything, anything that I would be studying, or I would think of any tips and tricks, or if I get it from anywhere, I will definitely share it with you guys. So give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and do share it with people you think might just relate to it, and just tell them that even I attempted this year and I'm not clearing. So it's okay if you're not clearing. The whole point is that you at least got something to learn from this, and the whole point is that pray for you being deserving of this, and not just don't pray for you being passing in this. Even this time when I went for the examination hall, I just prayed for this, that if you think that my hard work was deserving this time, make me clear this exam. But if you think that I'm not deserving, it's okay, because you know, this is not about the it's not about boards that if you secured 70% you are passed, or if you secured 35% you've cleared the exam. It is about competition here. So there are people out there who are working harder than you or smarter than you, and that might not be easy for them, but they are doing it. So yes, just pray for yourself to be deserving, and accordingly things will eventually figure out. Thank you so much, guys. Take good care of yourself, and let's meet very soon again.